The real is back, how real is that? I pull up the sun.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here for 2K Sports alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Just a few games left before the NBA playoffs and the final seeding starting to lock in. Tonight we'll see.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And it's the Clippers coming in from out of town for this one. An interconference game today. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Back to the road tomorrow as this is the final game of the Nets homestand. They're holding down the 8th spot, up by 2 games. We'll see if they can extend that lead with a win here.
And seeing where the Nets are, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they do.
I agree. They're not going to be able to coast. They're going to have to battle their way into the postseason. But maybe they'll toughen up by the time the playoffs arrive.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Pirtle is out there with Jackson. Then there's Gallinari. Then there's Doncic. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point. Brooklyn with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game a loss to the Cavaliers.
And you got to love just how smart of a point guard Mike Conley is. You never get the sense he is forcing anything with the ball and keeps it moving around to his teammates. Very aware of his spacing and the spacing of others while running that offense.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Yeah, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Sounds like he really wants them getting after it at the defensive end.
And I expect to see them very active here early, contesting every shot and battling for every rebound.
It's a game plan that's going to take a lot of effort and energy. But if they can pull it off, it'll make things that much easier for them at the offensive end.
And Jackson with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. .141 left to play here in the first. And here's Barnes for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Barnes has got 6.
When Barnes has space to fire from deep, you usually just assume it's going in. Very dangerous from outside.
Here's Doncic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Now here's Conley. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. Look at Indiana. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, Brooklyn. They're much further down in the standings right now.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they've just lacked that one extra piece that could put them over the top this season. They haven't been able to kind of set themselves apart.
What they've done, they've kept themselves in the playoff picture, though. They haven't been spectacular, but they're still in the race. And we all know anything can happen in the postseason.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Brown kicks to Barnes. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Gallinari. Got a piece of it, and the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. Harrison Barnes. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star.
Basketball, like passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Doncic. Then there's Pirtle, and there's Jackson, and it's Gallinari in at the 3, the small forward. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game." He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Doncic, no good.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
What I love is he takes the right angle, affects the shot without fouling.
Now, here's Doncic after Jaylen Brown's miss. Good on the shot. Jackson's got his first bucket of the night.
What vision from Pirtle, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Conley kicks to Randall. Barnes passes to Randall. The NBA always evolving, Steve. What do you like to see in a big man coming through the ranks these days with the kind of game we've got in front of us?
Well, I think right now, a lot of these big guys, they have to be versatile, especially on the defensive end. We talk so much about the big shooting threes, but I think big guys right now got to be able to switch on pick and rolls, being able to guard the smaller guys, and I think also you still have to have that toughness. But I would love, Kevin, to see somebody come in and just dominate on the low block, and our entire game changes because this guy can win a championship being a low post player.
But you really think that's going to happen?
No, not at all.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Conley scanning the floor. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the technical free throw is good.
Barnes, the former Tar Heel, is usually lights out from the charity stripe.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. From the line, rebounded by Jackson. Now, here's Doncic. He's covered by Brown. To the middle, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Basket counts. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points here in this quarter.
No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy lay-in.
Conley kicks to Randall. There's There's 53 seconds left here in the second.
I like the aggressive move on the layup attempt, but the defender, he just stayed right with him.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Conley.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Randall outside. There's the triple, and the three ball is good.
He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
Anaheim trails by 4. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Doncic passes to Gallinari. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Gallinari's got 6.
He'll do this to you all day. Gallinari working off the ball, getting the look he wants.
Outside Conley. Here's Jokic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
So he gets them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And that'll do it. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Harrison Barnes was the man in the first. He had 14 points and 1 assist. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no.
Welcome back as we get a beautiful aerial view of the Williamsburg Bridge connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Harrison Barnes has really been making it happen, guys.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
Brown out there with Conley. Then it's Randall. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Jokic in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Jackson has the open look. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. It's a 5-point game. Brown, good.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react. And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though, one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by Anaheim on the other end. Here's Conley. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the charts.
Now, here is Gallinari. 6 points for him. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Getting into the paint, drawing contact, that's a focal point for Gallinari.
The Clippers have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. He's perfect from the line this time. Steve, when you look back at your career, which years do you remember playing your best brand of basketball?
You know, I think obviously when you're younger, you feel like you have more of an impact with your skill level to go along with your athleticism. I think my best run was about a 5 or 6 year run when I was playing with the Atlanta Hawks and the Portland Trailblazers. Those 2 teams, I think I had my best run.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Now, here's Doncic. He's defended by Randall. Doncic kicks to Jackson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 5.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Randall finds Barnes. Back to Randall. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Passes it to Pirtle. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. That's good from Randall on the assist by Brown. And it's 7 points for Julius Randle. 54 seconds left in the third. Doncic kicks to Gallinari. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Brooklyn with the rebound. Randall's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Brown with it. He's got 5. Bounce pass Conley. Barnes can't get it to go. Anaheim trails by 7. Gallinari left side. Jackson dishes to Doncic. 11 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Gallinari. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Gets it off. That one misses. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They played the better game, so let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
Hey guys, we need a run right here. Come on now.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Anaheim has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. So on the floor for Anaheim. Jackson is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Left side Jackson. It's tipped. It's stolen by Brown. Now here's Conley. Randall outside. Pass to Barnes. Back to Randall. Over Jackson. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They've got a monster lead that's taking a life of its own.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, I mean, just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here going forward.
You know, sometimes the best way to approach it, let your guys know what they're doing well and give them 1 or 2 things that they could have done better.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's Conley penetrating. Misses off the left iron.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Barnes against Gallinari. Over Barnes. And another miss by Anaheim. Nets leading by 11. Now the pass to Conley. Rebounded by Jackson. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Inside, here's Gallinari, and that one drops. Gallinari's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Anaheim. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Nets. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Jokic inside. The shot comes out. For Anaheim, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. The feed to Pirtle. Jokic with the steal. Changes up. That's good from Barnes on the assist from Randall. Randall's got 4 assists now tonight.
Just a difficult shot that Barnes makes look so simple, so creative how he brushes off the defense.
Pass to Jokic. "11 feet away. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Doncic. And he banks in the layup.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
To the inside. Got a piece of it. Randall kicks to Jokic. Randall left side. No good that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Feeds it to Doncic. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Payton's checked in for Mike Conley. Then for Anaheim, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Osman comes in for Gallinari. And Morris subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 9. 40 seconds left in the 4th quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Harrison Barnes.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. Payton kicks to Randall, and stolen by Dedmon.
And the point differential just too difficult to overcome.
This is where it stings. You just want to keep competing, but deep down, you know it's just not your night.
And here are the Nets. They've led by as many as 11 points. Payton looking around. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did it. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.